Hi Gemini, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to your April 2024 career tarot reading. This is where we're going to look at your career, your job, your finances. Where is it that you can attract more wealth into your life? Where is it that you can heed and use the energies of April to best suit your needs for your job, your career, whether you're interested in investing, whether you are trying to retire, you're ready to change jobs. This is the month to look at those energies. Now, I will tell you, Gemini, that April is one of the most dynamic months of the year. If you haven't already taken a look at those general April tarot readings, do look at the link below. I do think that those are like the precursor to these career readings, okay? All right, Gemini, we're going to get right into it. As you know, we are in eclipse season as we open up April. We already had that full moon eclipse in Libra on March 25th. We also have Mercury retrograding in the sign of Aries on April 1st. And then we have a huge conjunction between Uranus and Jupiter in the sign of Taurus on the 20th. And we have a full moon in Scorpio. So lots of Scorpio, Aries, and Taurus energy this month. So let's get right into it, Gemini. We start off that first week with the Nine of Swords in the reverse, as well as the Nine of Cups. So two nines on the ground. Second week, you have the Ten of Cups in the reverse, as well as the Sun card, Leo energy there, major arcana. Third week of the month finds you with the Queen of Swords, as well as the World card. Very nice in the reverse. So two major arcanas there. Last week of the month, you do have the Death card, Scorpionic energy there, and the Five of Swords. Okay, Gemini, so already some really big cards have come out for you. Looks like you're starting off the month with those nines. And then you have some major turning points. It looks like there's a clear delineation between the beginning of April and these last 2 weeks of April. I'm sure a lot of that's going to be because of the eclipse, because of that conjunction, full moon in Scorpio. Let's go ahead and see where it is that you left out of March, what those energies were for you, Gemini. And you have the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords is that energy of needing to make a decision, but not quite sure knowing where to turn, how to make that decision. Things could be unclear. And I do think that coming into this month, this may remain a hidden, meaning like since we do have Mercury retrograding in the sign of Aries, you could spend much of the month, Gemini, with this kind of fog, like you're not quite sure how to possibly move forward with a certain decision. If you ended the month, I already see that Nine of Cups and Nine of Swords, which usually means you're close to an end. So if you've been thinking about transferring to another department, or you've been thinking about moving to another job, this may not be the month to actually take the action, but it could be the month that you get more insight so that later on in May or June, you are ready to make those decisions. So you're definitely coming in with some fog around how and where to proceed with a decision, okay? All right, let's go ahead and pull an overarching theme card. Spirit, can you send Gemini an overarching theme card? What oracle messages do you have for Gemini for the month of April? And you have the Ace of Earth. I always love seeing the Ace of Earth, especially during a career reading, because this is what you want, Gemini. This is that energy of where is it that you are wanting to have more money, more resources. And it says the inflow of abundance, a promising business venture, important documents or contracts. So for any of you all, Gemini, who were looking to have some messages around whether more more money is coming in, better ideas are coming in, this is the card you want to see. And I especially feel like, Gemini, you have some really positive cards on the ground. And I do think that many of you all are going to see some wishes possibly coming true during this month. So that's exciting to see. It already looks like you have some positivity with that 9, that 10 of Cups, the Sun card, and the World card. I think that I was just seeing that Queen of Swords and this 5 of Swords towards the end of the month. So Gemini, before we get into each week, I do want to say that I think the first 2 weeks of April are going to be more of a cleaning up from March, whatever that full moon in Libra presented to you back in March. I think that's what you are dealing with during these first few weeks of the month. I do think once you have that eclipse within Aries, and then we move into that conjunction, something shifts, okay? There's some kind of decision, possibly a management person or someone who is a higher up makes a decision that affects everyone or affects the entire organization. And by the time you get to that full moon in Scorpio, pay attention to what comes out during that time, because Scorpio has to do with purging, has to do with, other people's resources. So this definitely could be something around your company, different type of pay structure or something like that. So just pay attention to that. I'm already seeing that as I'm kind of looking over your month. So let's go week by week and see what other messages Spirit has for you. So that first week of April is when we have that Mercury stationing retrograde in Aries on the 1st. The Sun conjuncts the North Node in Aries on the 4th, and Venus also enters Aries also on the 4th. So during that first week, Gemini, pay attention to any kind of messages that you're getting around endings. I do think that some of you all had some information that could have come out around that March 25th full moon in Libra. It could have been dealing with colleagues, groups of people, relationships. This 9 of Cups is showing some type of wish could be coming true this month. Some of you were worried about whether you were going to make more money or how you're going to make more money. Some of you have been concerned just about maybe getting out of debt. It does feel like whatever you put your mind to this month could manifest in the upcoming months. So really keep that in mind, Gemini, because that's really what you want to see. You want to see that 9 of Swords. You were worrying, but now that 9 of Cups wishes could be coming true. So really nice to see that. Now, by the time you get to that second week of April, this is when we have that big total solar eclipse, new moon in Aries on the 8th. On that same day, the Sun is conjunct Chiron, and 2 days later, Mars is conjunct Saturn. During those days or during that week, some conversations with your family could come up around how to spend maybe a pay raise, or possibly you're getting a bonus, or there's conversations of you or your spouse or a sibling or a parent. Someone is coming into some money, or someone is talking about bigger things down the road, like when we get our income tax returns, or when we, finally, settle out our inheritance. There's something around money prosperity coming for your family. And this Sun card is showing that possibly later on in the summer, especially during Leo season, be prepared for some happy news for your family. That's what I'm hearing, that it could be a few months from now, but some type of benefic news could stem from that Ace of Earth later on in the summer, okay? Now, by the time we get to that third week of April, this is when we have the Sun entering Taurus on April 19th. We have that big Uranus conjunction with Jupiter in Taurus on the 20th. And then the Sun in Taurus squares Pluto in Aquarius on the 21st. And then you have a full moon in Scorpio on the 23rd. That is another big week in April, okay? You all are having... it really looks like with that Queen of Swords, someone who has some stature in your world makes an announcement or ruffles some feathers, if you will. And that World card, while you're wanting it to be flipped right side up, like you all are ending a cycle, it actually feels like you're wanting to end a cycle, but you can't. And I'm saying that because whatever this announcement is, it's like either a merger, or you're moving to a different department, or your company is closing down and you need to find some other work. Or if you are someone who is self-employed, maybe some of your clients are, bailing on you. There's something like that. But I do feel like what comes from that is good news later on down the road. Like you already needed to purge people out of your life, purge clients out. Maybe this was already a toxic company. Whatever this is that comes out at that great conjunction between Uranus and Jupiter, just look at it as it needed to happen and move on from it. Once you do, that's when the blessings come. And I do think that that full moon in Scorpio on the 23rd could highlight some people around you who you don't really want to spend your time with anymore. I do think that this could be a toxic work culture, or people around you just not for your betterment, like you're ready to move on from them. That last week of the month, we do have Mars entering Aries on the 30th. That Aries energy definitely could be, or that Mars energy definitely could be some of that death card there. Someone around you isn't for your highest good. Keep your information to yourself, okay? So that's what I'm really hearing there. And really make sure that whenever this money comes with that Ace of Earth, make sure you're keeping it to yourself. I do think that some of you could win some money. This could be a lottery, or this could be something that is like a surprise luck chance, especially with that conjunction that could occur. Keep it to yourself, okay? I do think that this Ace of Earth is like an inflow of abundance, and you don't know how it's going to reach you. So if you are someone who wins a large sum of money, if you're someone who comes into a new opportunity, during this month, keep it to yourself, okay? There's just too much of that Mars energy, and you just don't know how people are going to react or how they're going to use the information. And I'm already seeing, like with some of the other signs, this Five of Swords and this Queen of Swords keep coming up a lot. And so I do think that there's going to be this, like, I don't want to say backstabbing, but it just feels like people are using the information for their own good and not to better the group, if that makes sense. So Gemini, I hope this was helpful for you. Do take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs in this video series. If you haven't already subscribed to Scorpio Soul Time, I would love if you would. I also offer personal tarot readings if you want to know how this dynamic month is going to play out for you personally. I do have a link below to my website at scorpiosoultime.com. All right, Gemini, have a great April in your career, and I'll talk to you later.